All right. Let's talk to our next guest. Brandon Graham, obviously an Eagles legend, playing in the game last night. He's brought to us by Primo Hoagies. Make game day and holidays epic with a party tray from Primo Hoagies. Online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a Primo. It's not just a hoagie. It's a Primo. By the way, reminder, in 5 minutes, we're going to give you a name of a former player, and that name will give you a chance on Friday to win tickets to the Eagles-Giants game. So we're going to get to that coming up in 5 minutes. Brandon Graham right now. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well,
Hey,
Brandon, I know it was a very tough one for you last night. There's so many ways to go here, but let's start. You just heard what Jalen said. What do you think he meant by commitment? Do you think he meant players aren't committed enough? Or do you think his intent was not about commitment, but perhaps something else? I mean, how did that resonate with you as one of his teammates?
Well, you know what? I trust him. So whatever he meant, if he misspoke or whatever it was, like, you know what I'm saying, we gonna make sure we talk to him and see, what he see or what you know what I'm saying, just problem solve like we always do. And I know I don't want to speak for him, you know what I'm saying, but all I know is I just felt that he just want to get it right, whatever it is, because we we have had a strong start. Something happened after the bye, and then bam, these last couple games, 3 games, it just haven't went our way, and especially last night when we, had the lead for most of the game. And, I thought defensively we played well to that last drive, and it just sucked, coming out of that without a win. And, of course, Jalen, put a lot on him, but we together, and we all in this thing together. And so whatever it was, I'm sure that we gonna, talk about it and speak on it. And but for right now, I'm just unpacking everything because that was the first time I heard it.
Yeah, no, and I'll tell you this, Brandon. I'm sure everyone listening right now totally respects your answer because I think it's forthright, makes a ton of sense. Brandon, let's talk about the game. How do you explain the team losing that game that way last night? I mean, it felt like you guys had it, and obviously a game I think it's fair to say you should have won. How do you explain losing that one?
Well, I know for all of us, we got to start. We got to start, putting teams away when we got the chance, and what hurt us in a big way was the false start going to 3rd and 1. I think we was about to score there for sure. Instead of getting those 3 points, you know what I'm saying, we end up getting – instead of getting a touchdown, we end up getting those 3 points. And it's just those little things that kept adding up on us, man. I know James Brett, they called a pass interference or holding on James on the good – I felt it was a good play against DK. And, it's just so much that we let kind of slide, out there, that we should have took advantage of it. But I did like how we was playing fast. I love how everybody was just, in the game. It's just that last drive was something that we, wasn't very proud of as a unit. And, of course, my brother James and, the guys, they feel bad, man, because they ain't trying to let us down. And I know that, and whatever we got to do to get back that spark of what we know we could be. We're going to try to do that because, man, at the end of the day, we in the playoffs, but everybody feeling, they ain't number 1 seed we had, all the hypeness of how it started, and it just the middle part hasn't been good, this middle to end the season. And so I know that we going to get it right, baby. That's all I can tell you, man, because we ain't get this far for no reason. And I know that it suck right now, and that junk do suck, and we going to live in it, but we ain't going to stay here because we got the Giants coming Monday. But, man, we going to figure this thing out. I promise you. I know that about my team, and I love that underdog. That's just who we are as a team, I feel, and now it's getting back to that. And I know that hunger is inside of everybody, man. And so sometimes you got to get hit like this, and I'm embracing all the fight of what the season brings, and we don't know how it's gonna go, but I do know we got here for a reason, and I ain't come this far to feel bad because things ain't go exactly how we could go, but I know we could get back to it. And I promise you, as this leader, man, I'm gonna give everything I got, and I'm going to give everything to make sure Jalen be more clear on whatever his message was, because I know he ain't gave up either. So like I told you, man, I trust the guys. It sucked last night, hurt. It did hurt, and then it should hurt, because you got to start burying people when you got the opportunity, and we didn't do that. And we're gonna make sure when it counts that we do that moving forward, man. And we're gonna figure this thing out. I can promise you that.
Brandon, how was it left between the players and Sean Desai? And was it awkward with the situation last night? Was it a distraction the way he was demoted? How was that handled?
Well, you know what? I think this part of the journey, man. Stuff had to change, and of course, I know that Coach made that decision. He came to us, talked to us in front of the group, and he made sure that he let us know what was going on. Desai, man, good dude, still a good coach. Went out there and handled his business, man. You couldn't tell, even though I know he probably was hurt on the inside, but you couldn't tell. He was very professional about it, and we still go up to him, talk to him, see what he see, talk to him about what he see for the week, and how he expect them to attack us. Just another good ear to lend. When I'm in my preparation, I'm always trying to figure out from coaches, what they thinking and why and all that stuff. So nothing changed there, man. It's just I know he just switched roles pretty much. What Patricia was and now what he was to us when he was the coordinator, and now Patricia is the coordinator. And so I know that we've been just handling it right as professionals.
And how well do the guys know Matt Patricia? And how did the game feel with him calling things out there? How much have you guys interacted with him previously?
Well, that's a good one there, because everybody hears from him. I know when we out there in practice doing walkthrough, all that stuff, I get to catch up with him and see what his must for the week, and all that stuff on what we must do and what must happen and all that little stuff. And yeah, man, he always kind of put himself in there to try to make sure that he built relationships with the guys, and if he's seen something, he'd talk about. I mean, halftime he always come in and start to talk to the side, and you hear him go over where they hitting us and where we're gonna make our corrections and all that stuff, and helping coach the side the whole time. So we familiar definitely with how his coaching style, and his intensity definitely has risen being the coordinator. But I'm sure when you in that position, your intensity is up, but it's not as it's more up now because of just who we gonna play for, and we trust him, man. I mean, we just didn't make the plays last night, especially that last drive, man. And but I do know that a lot of guys respect him, and we was playing fast out there, and we just went with it, and that's just what you got to do as a professional. You got to go with whatever they think, because at the end of the day, we don't know what we don't know, but I trust him, and I trust him because we are 10-4 right now. Man, I know we've been so fortunate, to have been winning all these games, and I know it sucked, but man, I promise you, we about to get it all right. And like I told you, man, that underdog type of feel with this team, man, especially how expectations was before, it's still there. Everything
Brandon,
is still right.
Brandon, what gives you the confidence to feel confident? Like you just said that, and you said it about 5 minutes ago. Where does that, because, a lot of people aren't feeling that right now. Where and why do you feel that way? Where does it come from?
Well, a lot of people don't feel that, and that's what I love, man, because when we won, it was that type of feel. It was like everybody wasn't giving us a chance, and now it's at that point now where we know we're going to the playoffs, but it's just where we gonna rank in all this as far as the numbers, the season and all that. And then, that's how I feel like that's how we thrive anyway, since I've been here. So we've been kind of not even, I ain't going to say, we just been fortunate to have been winning a lot of games. And, it stings, and, it just kind of brings you back. And so, man, this is definitely something that when chaos is happening, I try to be as calm as I can, try to think clearly, and just know that we gonna fight, man. Because these leaders on this team, man, we don't want to put out no bad stuff, and we don't want this season to go to waste. This is our last hoorah. That's together, because I don't know what everybody else gonna do. I know I'm still trying to get me one more, but I want to be coming off a ring, coming back into it, enjoying that. So, man, I'm telling you, we gonna give everything we got, because we know what's at stake. We know we messed around, and now we're not the number one seed, but that still can happen because we got 3 games left. But forget all that. We trying to get to the bowl, man, and if it got to take us 2 games to get there, 2 games to get there, 3 games, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make sure that we gonna figure it out by time when we get there. But man, we gonna sit in this for a couple days until we start up and self-reflect, because that's where it always starts.
Brandon, was your sack a new call this week? Was that a new play for you guys? It looked like one of those new simulated pressures, and it looked like they're using you in new capacities also. I mean, you're out there, they're trying to get a running back open on you as you're dropping to the flat. Is Matt Patricia using you in new ways?
Well, it's similar to what we was doing with the side 2, but now they line me up instead over the center. They line me up over the 3 technique a couple times too, and that's where I got my sack. And he just want us all to be able to be out there together, and there's different ways of doing that, especially because how it is rotational. You just got to make sure you make them count, and it's about quality over quantity. That's what I keep telling the guys.
There you go.
We gonna get it, man. We gonna get it.
Brandon, good luck versus the Giants. We know these discussions with us aren't as fun after a loss, but there's tons of people listening, and that includes us, that really both appreciate and respect the way you handle it, and we wish you the very best of luck in 5 days versus New York.
No, I appreciate you.
Brandon, we also wish you and your family very happy and Merry Christmas, bud.
Merry Christmas to y'all too, man.
Thanks, pal. All right, there he is, Brandon
BG.
Graham.